The following is brought to you by the Cyber Time Bite Network. Holy crap!
Because Dave's a crow.
It's true though!
Oh, heck yeah. Justice!
You are now entering the Serpents Pit with Serpents Breakdown. Now, here's Serpents Breakdown and your host, Stephen Clark.
Hey there, everybody.
Hi.
You know what this is.
Or you don't. That's a possibility too.
That's a very much a possibility. But if you do know, and even if you don't know, welcome everybody to episode 6. The 6th episode of In the Serpent's Pit with Serpents Breakdown.
That'd be me over here. If for those in the boat of not knowing.
Yeah, in the bait of not knowing about in Canada. Again. As you know, every week I sit down with this bean and we just go over, like, you know, first episode was about her life, and then after that was about her potential business, and after that,
And so on and so forth.
yeah.
And on this week, the pros and cons of cats. The cons of cats, fur in your mouth. Always. I'm kidding. Let's go.
Yeah, that was last week's episode, the pros and cons. This week, I'm just gonna take. This week, I am basically gonna be taking like a singular mental chopstick, and I'm just gonna be picking Serpent's brain like ramen noodles today. So, to get started on that, let's get started with the most obvious one. Why Homestuck?
Well, because I like it? Question mark.
Well, yeah, well, because you like it, yeah. But like, how, like, who got like, why did you get into it? Was it like something where it's like
My very first, like, the first time I ever had the smallest, tiniest amount of knowledge of Homestuck was I was on this role play forum and someone had in their signature this image of, it was bro, and they basically, and the words underneath his image said, like, he had his like arms outward, he was looking upward with this pointy shades on. I just said, the anime god, and I was so confused, and that caused me to want to look it up. I didn't really understand it. It wasn't until junior high when I kind of figured, no, not junior high. That wasn't junior high. It wasn't until high school where I met some people who are my friends who know Homestuck that I actually started reading it.
So basically you were like, my friends like this, I learned about somewhat earlier in my life, but now I actually want to resurface it and actually try to see it.
Yeah. When I tried to learn about it in junior high, I got really confused. I didn't understand, like, I can't remember if that's when I think it is. Yeah, I found the website and I was so confused. I didn't understand how to read it. I'm serious, like, how do I do this? What is this? I didn't understand how to read it. So I couldn't read it, so I didn't.
Oh yeah, so that's interesting, actually. So you actually knew about Homestuck before you knew about Homestuck, but you didn't know nothing about it, so you just left
I didn't know anything about it. I thought Eridan's name was Equius, and I couldn't read it.
I think that's really cool, though, that you actually knew about it before you actually knew about it, if you know what I mean.
I didn't really know much, though. All I know was that there was this kid with black hair that I couldn't figure out how to give him a name.
So
it said give him a name, and I couldn't.
I mean, well, the game gives them names already, but you know.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to read it because It would say just like, give him a name. And I'm just like, how do I do it? I'm trying. I can't. I just didn't understand because I was stupid.
Oh, come on, you're not stupid.
I am stupid. This is a fact.
Oh, it's not true.
It's a fact. I'm not putting myself down. This is a literal, provable fact. I almost walked into a door yesterday. No, wait, I did walk into the door.
Wait, when it was closed?
Yeah.
Where, at home?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean...
It is a provable fact that I am stupid.
Well, does your love for, is your love for dragons come from Homestuck, or was dragons like, I like Homestuck, but I need something else?
I was interested in dragons long before Homestuck. That's just why I ended up liking Trezzy a lot. I got into dragons much before that because, well, actually, even before my junior high, because our junior high mascot was a dragon, but even before that, I was reading, there were some really good series that I liked that involved dragons. I've just always been interested in dragons, really. Dragons are cool as hell. No, wait, where I got my interest in dragon is the game Dragonvale. I love that game. Can't play it anymore because I was originally playing on my mom's account. And obviously, I have my own account now, and it's not nearly as awesome as my mom's account where I had a bunch of rare dragons.
Well, tell us about it. Tell us about what kind of game is it? Where did you
Dragonvale. It's connected to Facebook, but it's just like a phone tablet game thing.
Oh, it's not like a PC. It's not an actual PC game. No.
It's just a game where you collect dragons at a dragon park and get more islands and stuff. And my island was really fucking epic. I had a leap year dragon. I had a rainbow dragon. I think I had a double rainbow dragon actually. I had a pearl dragon. I had an opal dragon. Those ones are all rare. No, I didn't have opal. I wanted opal. What I had was the December stone. Whatever that monthly stone is, the December one.
Did you ever... No, speaking of dragons, speaking of stuff like that, were you into, like, World of Warcraft when that came out?
No. I never got into those games because I have Apple computers.
Well, Apple's... you're acting like Apple... Like,
they're Windows games. They're all Windows.
Yeah, but Apple basically gets the same kind of stuff.
No, you have to have a Windows computer to play that kind of game. Literally, you can only download it on Windows.
If Windows if Windows gets that much, what do you guys get on Apple?
Because my dad is an Apple guy. He says, fuck everything else. It's Apple all the way because Apple doesn't get bugs. And it's true. It's much harder to get viruses on Apple because Apple's actually got decent software for that. Windows, it's really easy to get bugs.
I'm saying that what do you guys get on Apple in the terms of games if you're saying that Windows get
none of the fun stuff. We don't get any of the fun stuff. That's what we get. All the boring shit.
There isn't a Mac version?
No. At least none that I've seen. But it was never my sort of game. I can't really get into that kind of game because I've got to pay too much attention to it. I don't have time for that.
Well, what game or show or whatever in the world did the dragon right and did the dragon wrong?
I really liked the way they did dragons in Wings of Wings of Fire, I believe. No, that could have been a Bat book, but there's this one dragon series that I never actually finished, but I really enjoyed the first book. And then I also really liked it in Aragon. Aragon was pretty good. I didn't finish the first book either because reasons. But I really liked it in Aragon too. I do plan on finishing that series at some point. I have the books.
Wait, is the reasons just like you got busy?
I got busy, and I got in the case of Aragon, I got to this one part that was a little boring. Just this was like one page or two that was a little boring to me, and I got busy, distracted, whatever. I don't know, other books to read, blah blah blah.
Good. pages that got boring. I got a book. I actually got a book here at home where it's basically both pages are completely empty. Like there's no words even on them.
That's dumb.
But like wait, but that's the positives. But how about the thing? How about the sort of game show or whatever that
The
they
ones
run?
where they kill dragons.
Like even How to Train Your Dragon?
I love How to Train Your Dragon, but the ones where they kill dragons, I don't like that. Raise the dragons, be friends with the dragons, ride the dragons. I did really love How to Train Your Dragon.
I saw the first one because I was forced to see it.
They're really good.
I know I haven't seen it since then. So if I was gonna watch it again, I would have to start with the first one again.
I own the first one. I've seen it a few times.
Don't you I'm surprised I don't own all of them.
Money, dude. I don't have money.
You have a freaking job, man.
I spend my money and I drop the rest of my monies in savings.
That's
Like other people, they'll put like $2 in savings. Me, I put half my pay in savings
half of your pay
or more.
or more. But have a little leeway for yourself.
Nah, fuck me. I want future. I want a business. I need money for a business.
Yeah, you need your 2D city.
Damn it! This cat on my I've got 2 cats on my lap, and the other one's being really stubborn where he puts these legs. So I literally have to. I'm holding the front half of his body because he's being stubborn. Like, because he wants to lay over, lay in a spot where there's nothing underneath him. So I'm holding the front half of his body.
So wait, you have 2 cats and both of them are sitting on you right now.
Yes, and one of them doesn't want the front half of his body to be on. He wants the front half of his body to levitate. So I'm holding the front half of his body.
How do you have a cat and not? I mean, like, okay, first of all, when you have a cat, those nails can be sharp and they can.
They were declawed when we got them from someone else.
Oh, that's good then. Yeah,
It's not good. It's like cutting off the end of your finger where your nail is, cutting off that entire section. That's what it is for declawing a cat. That's what you're doing.
But at least you're not gonna. At least they won't when they touch you, it won't freaking like claw your hand and start bleeding.
Well, that's why you don't piss off the cat. They won't be doing that unless you piss them off.
Well,
Their claws aren't that sharp as long as they have something to scratch, like those scratching boards that you get them.
well, I mean, I'm allergic to cats, so I mean, like, I can't have one anyway. So I have no say in what should happen or did happen to a cat. I can't say nothing. Unfortunately. So like, do you? So like, if you had a pet dragon right now, what would you do with it?
Well, it depends on how big it is, how old it is, and very many factors.
That's true. I guess that's a hard question.
Also, if I had a dragon right now, the government would probably come down, just like, you got a dragon? I'm just like, no. Like, I can see it right there. It's like 20 feet tall.
And you'd be like, no, that's just the chimney. Closes the door slowly. What? I saw on Instagram that you posted in your story how your hair looks like Dave Strider today. Right,
Yep.
Is that your intention, or did it just happen to be that way?
It just happened. That's why I said it looks like it today.
You really do fly off the seat of your pants, don't you? Because it's like, hey, my hair looks like Dave Strider. I'm Dave Strider today.
Yep.
So, have you always been like that?
Yeah. Aw, bye-bye, cat.
Like was there a time when you were like more shy or whatever before you broke out?
For a while, I was shyer, but I've always flown by the seat of my pants.
But yeah, I mean, was there ever like a time when you were like so shy you wouldn't even like leave your own room shy?
No,
No.
no.
Well, I guess that's
I
called.
mean, it's dumb to be shy in your own house. Like, it's your own house.
Well, I mean,
I just think that's silly.
like that's considered, I think, like emo or goth or whatever. If you never leave your room and you're always blaring My Chemical.
That's just a lifestyle choice.
Yeah, it really is. But like, but like, what, what helped you get out of your shyness? Was it more like, I was just gonna get out? I'm just gonna go out more, and then people will. And then if I
I
found
got out of my shyness when I started going to anime conventions.
a lot more than like normal.
Well, I went to my first anime convention. I was really shy. The next time I went, I was a little bit less shy, but I was still basically as shy as before. And like after like that, I don't know, like I don't know if it was after the second or the third one or somewhere along those lines. Just at some point, just something kind of snapped, and I started being much less shy.
Yeah, because I remember as when I met you, you were
Yep.
uh, yeah, you're not very shy when we met. You were very open. I find that really
Well,
awesome.
no, when we met, I was very shy.
Well, I mean, no, you no, you asked me like where this one panel room was, and I helped you get there. And then
No, you came up to when we met. You came up to me wanting a picture with my Terezi cosplay. I was shy, blah blah blah. And then we met next time we met. I was less shy, I think.
no, after that, I didn't see you to count off delete, and you were and I
Yeah.
and when I came up to you, I thought you were like I think you were really shy because I said hi, and you're just biting your nail, and you're just like hi, like you.
I mean, I don't really bite my nails, no.
But it's like you didn't want to see me. It's like you wanted to just it wasn't like you didn't want to see me, but you were like pulling off the attention like you didn't want to be there. And so
That's just how I am sometimes when I don't know people. Well, how I was when I don't know people too well. How I was. Now I'm just like, yo, random stranger.
you're like, what's up, man?
Although I won't be like that at work. Cause it's work.
Yeah, you gotta pull off that professionalism at work.
Mhm.
What I gotta ask what what hotel does a con better, the Rosemont Hotel or another hotel for another con you've been to?
I've only ever been to the Rosemont ones.
And do you think they do con besides the guy who runs it? Do you think they do cons well?
I mean, I guess so. I don't really. I think they do cons just fine.
Is there is 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 there a different is there a difference that you would love to have a con go to? Like you would just love for them to go there.
What do you mean?
Like would you want a con to come to like Crystal Lake?
Crystal Lake would not be a good place to have a con.
Why, you live near there?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't make it a good place to have a con.
But they are. I mean, like, are you sure? Because
Yes, I am very sure.
Why?
Because it's not a good place for a con. I don't really know how to explain. I live here. I know.
I thought you lived in the next town over, which I won't.
Yeah,
say.
but we're basically like it's like I don't even have to drive for 2 minutes to be in Crystal Lake.
Well, you're close though.
Yeah, it's not a good place for a con.
I feel like
We don't have like a convention center or anything. We've got like a hotel, I guess, like one of those, maybe two. I don't know. We don't really have hotels here either, which is kind of something you need for a con.
I feel like that. I feel like meetups in the summertime would be really good at the beach, at the Crystal Lake Beach over there.
I only recently found out about that beach, to be honest. Like, I didn't know there was a beach there until my friend had a graduation party there. I'm just like, the fuck? There's a beach?
You didn't know that? I even knew that.
I didn't know that.
I knew that for years.
It's not something I ever really cared too much about.
Well, now you know, and now you can test run all your summer cosplays.
Yeah, if I feel like it.
I don't want to date myself, but I rode off in a boat off that beach.
What?
When I was 5 years old, no, when I was like 10 or 9 years old, I rode off in a boat off the shore of that beach.
Okay.
And that was a long time ago. Do you think that like there's a lot of like good play? Do you think there's like a big cosplay scene in your area?
Not really.
So you feel like a rarity in your area?
Not really either. It's just I don't really pay attention to stuff that doesn't directly apply to me, to be honest.
Doesn't cosplay directly apply to you though, because you cosplay?
No, what directly applies to me is if I'll get smacked in the face or not. Or if I don't know. Along those lines, like literally directly affecting me.
Oh, so
like if I'm not gonna walk into that wall, the wall does not apply to me.
Oh, so basically you're.
I'm very self-centered to be exact.
So you're talking about like your public safety.
I guess so.
Do you have you ever walked around your own town, your own town in cosplay and people actually spot you?
Nope.
No?
I have not.
You should. No, you should. You can inspire others.
Not really.
Why not? Have you ever tried starting a meetup, or has there ever been a meetup in your area?
Well, no, because I don't know anyone other than Broccoli who lives in my general area. None of other than my friend Jess and Broccoli, none of the people I cosplay with like live in my area.
Well, I can tell you for a fact, and I even know this, that there's a lot of parks in your area, and I know...
Well, yeah, there's a lot of parks, but that doesn't change the fact that none of the people I cosplay with live here.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm trying to say is that if you wanted to start like a Homestuck meetup, you can.
I could, but there's no one here, so there's no point.
I mean, like, you never know until you ask.
I do know.
I was saying, like, even on Facebook. Well, I don't know if you're on Facebook or not, but
I am, but I'm not really interested in hanging out with complete strangers.
You kind of shot yourself in the foot there, because then why you go to cons?
Because I like meeting new people. I'm meeting them at a con. Stranger on Facebook, they could be anyone. It doesn't matter what their profile says or what their picture is. They could be anyone. They could be a serial killer for all I know. At least at a con, I'm seeing them face to face.
But here's the thing: you would probably get them first before they get you, because you just know.
The what?
What?
I don't know what you said.
No, I said you would probably get them first before they get you, because you're good at that crap.
I mean, I guess so, but...
But, what, like, is there something that you would really, besides yourself, and besides the pretty anime boys, twins, wingy boys, and all that, is there like anyone legitimately, like legit, that you actually are like, he's pretty good looking?
I can acknowledge when people look nice, but I'm asexual, so no.
Well, I mean, like, knowing, I mean, I know. I knew. I think I knew that. To be honest, I don't know if I knew that, but
You did.
like, did so is there anyone out there that you're remotely like, yeah?
No, I'm asexual.
So you don't find anyone attractive of any type?
I can acknowledge when people have a nice face, but no, I'm not attracted to people. I'm asexual.
I to be honest, I forget what that means. Does that mean
It
like?
means I'm not interested in people.
But if David Bowie was alive, I know, I know.
He's David Bowie though. He's a literal god, of course. But
How about Freddie Mercury?
I don't know what he looks like.
I'm flying. No, I'm just flying off the seat. I'm just flying off the seat of my pants of who you would find attractive in the musical world at this point.
Only David Bowie. Only David Bowie.
uh, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can name me all of his albums if you really wanted to.
I cannot though. I love David Bowie. I love his music, but I don't. My memory's not very good.
If you could, would you collect all of his albums? If you could,
I do plan on doing that
would you?
at some point.
Oh, do you know it'd be really cool if you got David Bowie in Japanese for your business?
What do you mean?
Do you know how when you go to the other parts of the world, they somehow, some way, are able to change these American artists into like their own language, so when they listen to it,
No, but their own artists just sing the songs, do their own covers of the songs. But usually they don't even change the songs; they're still in English. Like I was listening to American music in like coming out of the speakers in Paris, and it was still in English.
you've been to Paris before?
Yeah, I was on the Eiffel Tower.
Well, how was that like?
It was fun. I'm afraid of heights though.
Yeah, I hate heights as well. I hate it. Heights, personally, I hate heights. But no, tell us about Paris. Was the French bread good?
I really like their little trams. They've got these trains that, well, generally they're underground, but some of them go above ground as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they're adorable. Like one comes like every 5 minutes, give or take, sometimes 10, I don't know. But they come frequently, and they're adorable. They were fun to be on. I love those little trains. And you can just like buy a pass for like an entire week too or whatever, so you can just keep using the train.
Now,
It was great. I love those things.
Did you go to Paris on a school trip, or did you go there on
No, I just went with my dad.
That's crazy. Like
The main point though was to go to. Well, we went there. We went to Poland. We went to the I can't remember. I still can never remember if they were preferred to be called the Czech Republic or Czechoslovakia, because those are both their names, but they hate one of them and like the other one, and I can't for the life of me remember which. And we did take a train through Germany to get to them.
I'm surprised you're like, why can't we just go to Japan? Because I know you want to go to Japan.
Well, we almost did go to Japan, but we didn't have enough money. But obviously, we didn't go to Japan because we were in Europe. The reason we went to Europe also was because of this thing that my dad's part of, Mensa. They were having their one of their like big meeting things in Krakow.
Wait, the town's called Krakow?
Krakow.
Oh, Krakow?
Yeah.
I never heard of that before. Is that a town?
It's a pretty big city, and it's a pretty important and big city, you know.
I never heard of it, so this is the first time I heard of it right now.
It's not exactly a capital city, but it's along the lines of a capital city for words.
It's basically like Washington D.C. of their country.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Washington D.C. for Poland, except it's not. It's not that. It's not like, where the president is supposedly supposed to be or whatever. It's not that big, but we're still a really big city, kind of like well, it's kind of like the Paris of them for something or whatever.
Oh, that's
I don't know how to explain it, but it's not like where the president is, but it's a big tourist spot. There we go.
Does what year was that? What year did that all happen?
I can't remember.
Well, then it must have been a long time ago if you don't remember.
It wasn't that long ago. It was during high school.
Yeah, so between that time, did you enjoy yourself when you were there?
I had a pretty good time, but I almost wish we had gone after my whole personal revelation, because I would have enjoyed it a lot more. The main reason I wanted to go was because they had this alchemy museum in one of the countries that I wanted to go to, because I love alchemy. Ever since Fullmetal Alchemist, I have a small obsession with alchemy and learning about it and whatnot, because it's so cool. And they said they were doing renovations, and they said it would be open by the time we went there. And guess what it was when we went there? Still closed! I was so pissed, because that was the only reason I went. I wanted to go to the alchemy museum so bad. I wanted to learn all this alchemy stuff.
Well then, what do you end? Then, what was your overall feeling then after figuring that out?
I was pissed.
So you're just like mopey face from there on out.
I know, I was pissed.
What's alchemy anyway?
It's science before science.
Oh.
Basically, like turning lead into gold and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool. So, are you still into that today?
Yes.
I mean, like, really big into it today, or is it just a side
Yes.
thing?
The answer is yes.
So
I love alchemy. I've got a really awesome book that I've been meaning to read for a while now that I got at a book sale with alchemy, and it's I started reading it. It's a really cool, but I haven't gone around to like finishing it, and I'll have to start rereading it again.
Well, don't they have something about alchemy here in the States, so you don't have to go all the way back to do that?
No. Because the U.S. is a baby.
Well, America has something for everyone.
Well, no, the U.S. is a baby country. It's so young compared to all the countries, all of the histories in the other countries, because that's where the alchemy was. By the time we got to the Civil War and shit, it wasn't big anymore because we were moving on to actual science.
So, I mean, isn't Europe?
This is like a big, like 1800s, 1600s, that kind of era, and earlier, much earlier.
But isn't
1300s and shit.
But isn't everything besides America considered the old country?
Isn't what?
Like, do you? Okay, how do I explain this? You know how in back in the day they call it like everything else was just called like the old country because
it's the better country.
Well, I don't know about that one right there, but because I mean let's look at it this way. Every country has their ups and downs. Every country has that.
Except for the Netherlands. The Netherlands is the best.
Wait, why you say that?
They've got lots of flowers, they have windmills, and they're in the process of setting up a town where there's only one car allowed between three households. They bike everywhere, and it's very and they have lots of plants and shit. They're very eco-friendly.
Do you think
They're also a really safe country. They're a really nice and safe country. They're nice. They're safe.
Do you think their philosophy should be used everywhere?
Yes, they're literally setting up towns to be more energy efficient and have more plants. I love the Netherlands. That's so pretty.
Well, what do you think has to be done for that to come here?
People stop being so fucking stupid. Global warming is a thing. I think it's pretty fucking obvious by the fact that we had no snow in December.
Well, I think it's also because people think that the Earth's also flat, which I don't know where that came from, but okay.
I'm still shocked that some people believe that. Although in the business aspect, the world is flat, but not in the literal sense. In the business world.
Yeah, because the maps have to be flat so you can see the whole.
Well, no, in the business world, business.
Well, yeah, because in the business,
it's a different, not in the literal sense, in the business sense, with economics and shit.
Oh yeah, because in a business sense, they got like when they have those giant maps of the world.
Not the maps. Business, economics, finances.
Oh, it's a phrase in the business world.
Yes.
Then what whack job in the business world said that we should use this everywhere then?
What do you mean?
Who said, oh, in the business world, we're gonna call this flat Earth. We should use it everywhere and confuse the heck out of everyone.
It's not that confusing. It makes a lot of sense in the business world because it explains what it means. It explains it very well with the economics and shit. I'm not going to explain it because I don't know it all that well yet because I'm still taking my business classes. But I explain it's a very adequate definition. Like it's a very perfect definition for what they're going for.
So it's like one of those things where like when you know, you know.
Mhm. But I feel like to get it to work here, people have to stop being so fucking stupid and ignorant. Also, what I love is how everyone's just like, oh my god, free country, we can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, yeah, you sure. Yeah, sure, you can do whatever you want. Let's shoot up schools. You can do that in a free country if you can do everything you want. Let's have child trafficking, human trafficking bullshit. Like, yeah, free country, assholes.
Well, I mean, freedom isn't free, but freedom can also be overused, which shouldn't be overused. And those are the kind of people that need to be thrown in jail.
Yeah. You know, what I think is hilarious, and I'm being sarcastic about that, obviously. We have people we have people in this country who are stuck in a fucking little bubble, just like, oh, everything's great. I'm just like, do you not see the human trafficking over there? There is human trafficking in this country. There is, a lot, like, stuff happening with kids and all this bullshit. And I'm just like, get out of your fucking bubble and do something about it.
Yeah, because I feel... Oh, man.
Corrupt cops?
There's
KKK?
Yeah, there's just so much about this country that needs some fixing. I mean,
yeah.
And it all starts.
Sometimes I just wish we had a Death Note. Sometimes.
Oh God, I got. Story.
I could solve so many fucking problems if I had a Death Note.
I got a story with that thing. I got a story with Death Note, and it's. Oh God, it's bad.
I would be the ultimate Kira because everything would be an accidental death, and no one would suspect a fucking thing because everything would be accidental.
My story. If you're okay with me sharing this, when I was in junior high, when Death Note was higher in popularity than ever, this was 2007, 2008. This is when Death Note was really popular, and so like when I was there, he wasn't really my friend. He was just a guy who just he was kind of a jerk, and he had the Death Note. And he...
I have a Death Note.
Yeah,
Not a real one, obviously, but just one that looks like just a book that looks like a Death Note.
I know, but no, this guy had the same thing. Like, it was a black cover. It said Death Note on the front, but this guy was a jerk, and he didn't like me, and he freaking just like wrote my name in there, and I thought it was real and legit, and stupid me, junior high me, freaking thought it would be funny if I stole his book from him, and I don't know if I ripped the page out with my name on it or whatever, but like I forget what I did, but it was not good. and I look back on that and I was like, why was I so stupid for something so fake?
Yeah. You know what I would do if I had a Death Note?
What?
Now, I would, of course, just give Trump a heart attack. Just let him die the classic Death Note way. Because the people who know Death Note would know. They obviously wouldn't know it's me, but they would know. Because he would just get a fucking heart attack out of nowhere. And then everything else would just be accidental death. So no one would suspect a fucking thing. And it'd be fantastic.
I feel like you would be really good. You as yourself would be really good in an anime. Like,
oh yeah, I would be a fantastic anime.
It could be literally be called In the Serpents with Serpents Breakdown, but except the title's in Japanese lettering and you're freaking.
Well, maybe not that, because it's not a very cool anime name. It needs to be epic and befitting of someone as magnificently awesome as me.
Well, wait.
I'm kidding mostly, but yeah, awesome name for me.
And I could just imagine like the first couple of scenes of your own anime would just be you walking down the street and then just like I can't speak Japanese or whatever, but
No. The first few seconds of the anime would just be me face planted in bed, just asleep, and he'd be watching, just like, is anything gonna happen? Is it frozen maybe? And I'm just laying there face planted in bed for like a solid minute, and everyone's so fucking confused. And it'd be hilarious.
I mean, is that you legitimately every day face planted in your bed until you want to wake up?
In the morning, at least, because when I'm supposed to get up in the morning, I'm sitting just like, since lately, at least I've been staying up a bit later than I usually do, and I'm just like, I kind of want to just go back to bed.
Why? What time do you preferably like to be in bed?
I like to go to bed at 11, but lately I've been going to bed at 12, and last night I went to bed at 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's me. That's me. Like, I usually, like, the latest I ever like staying up is until 1 in the morning is the latest I will stay up. But preferably I like being in bed around like 12:30. But unless I gotta wake up early, like for one of those stupid 6:00 a.m. shifts, which I hate. I had to be in bed at like 10. But I hate that. But but you, I mean, like I could just you like that would be like you for like the first 5 seconds as you just place band in bed and then
alarm goes off and I smack the snooze button because I'm gonna go continue sleeping.
Well, no.
And then it just cuts away till later in the day or later in the morning.
No. It wouldn't just be you slapping the snooze button. It's gotta be anime style. It would just, your hand would get really big, and you would just slap it, in your clock would, quote unquote, break.
Or I just smack the snooze button. We can do that too.
I mean, that works. I mean, but I would watch it. I would watch a Serpents Breakdown anime. if it actually takes off, then you'd actually be cosplayed as. Can you?
Don't worry, I've got all my self inserts and all my comics for that.
No, wait. Can you? Wouldn't that be crazy? I know that you love your twins, man, but wouldn't it be crazy if you?
In every comic that I make, it's usually I just make self inserts when I'm doing like an OC for like My Hero Academia or whatever the fuck animes I'm watching and stuff. But if I really like a storyline that I'm doing, then yeah, I'll make characters based off myself because it's easier for me to write about me than stuff I don't know about.
Yeah, but that can sometimes be the fun of it, though. If you don't know about it, you can just make whatever you want up about it.
No,
Because
you can't just make up whatever you want though, because animes are very accurate about something. Now, if it's comedy anime, yeah, they're usually not accurate because it's comedy. But lots of animes they put a lot of research into.
but even though you don't know all the
Even
research,
My Hero Academia has some research in it.
but even though you don't know all the research, do you take what you do know and throw it into something?
It's easier when I know something because I don't have time for all the research.
No, but I'm saying for the stuff for the research that you do know, do you just use that instead?
Yeah,
And do you like how it turns out?
I don't know. I haven't finished anything yet.
Well, what have you started then?
Too many things.
And are they good?
I don't know. I didn't get very far.
But for what you do have, do you like it?
Some of them are just, most of the things are just concepts. Other things I have 2 lines or a few words about some of the characters.
And are you part of it?
Not yet. I have only got a few words written.
But did you already draw it? Yeah, but I'm saying did you
Nope.
You didn't write out yourself yet?
No, I only have 3 words written about most of my ideas. Of course not.
Well, who would you like to be in it?
I don't know. I only have 3 words written.
But
I don't know anything about it yet.
But you wrote down 3 words. You haven't off to the side been well, I wrote down 3 words.
At some point I'll get back to it. That's what I'm doing. At some point I'll get back to it. I have the idea there, waiting until I get back to it.
Have speaking of fan fiction, technically, have you read mine?
Nope.
Well, it's Homestuck and Adventure Time crossover, so it's I think it's pretty cool, but it's not. I know it's nothing anime related, so I mean, so do you?
Come on, pick my brain.
I know.
Haha.
So what's that? Then how about snakes? Where did the
Dragons.
Because of dragons? Because aren't snakes the baby? Aren't snakes the precursor to the dragon?
Depending on what you read, but mostly because of dragons. But the real reason I'm real interested in snakes is because of Snake from Black Butler. Well, to be honest, I've always dragons. That's the best answer I could come up with. Dragons.
How about your where did your love for all this crazy murder mystery and all this come from?
A morbid sense of humor.
Morbid sense of humor.
You see, so I started out watching Doctor Who. I went to lots of sci-fi conventions, and my interest in supernatural stuff kind of just evolved into murder.
So I remember when you told. I remember last week you said if your childhood was just a little different. What you meant by that? What?
If my childhood was a little bit different, a little bit worse for wear. If it had been a little bit worse for wear, then I probably would have been a serial killer because I'd be really fucking good at it.
But what do you mean? What almost would have happened?
I can't tell you that. Spoilers.
Spoilers? I'm picking.
Spoilers.
What? What do you mean?
Spoilers.
Why?
What I mean is what I say. Spoilers. I say what I mean. I mean what I say.
So wait, are you saying? Wait, are you trying to lead up to it?
No, it just means spoilers.
So basically, you're saying
I don't talk about my childhood, like the bad stuff.
Hey, no, it's fine.
It's personal.
Hey.
Personal spoilers.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I was just asking. You didn't have. All you had to say was I don't want to talk about it. I would respect, and I respect.
Way more fun though.
What's that?
Spoilers was way more fun. It makes me think of Doctor Who.
Oh, spoilers, yeah. I mean, that's cool.
I love River Song in Doctor Who. She's just like, spoilers!
So, like, so besides all the bad stuff in your childhood, all the good stuff in your childhood, what do you think for the most part, your childhood was pretty awesome?
Oh yeah, my childhood was pretty epic. Mostly because I have a really horrible memory, so I can't remember much.
I mean, but like you remember like what you watched back then, right?
Some of it.
Like, did you watch Pokemon, the original one?
No, I didn't have Cartoon Network.
Did you have cable?
For a very short period of time.
Yeah. So were you watching out the rabbit ears, the antennas for a long time?
No, we didn't have rabbit ears. We didn't pay much for cable, so I watched PBS.
Oh,
And 4Kids.
oh, so you watched a lot of Arthur and Sonic X.
Yes, that's exactly what I watched. And I still watch Wild Kratts. I love Wild Kratts.
So you have no history with like the good times of Nickelodeon and Cartoon
Not
Network.
much. I saw a little SpongeBob and I saw a little bit of Cartoon Network, but then we lost the cable shortly after I found those channels. We lost the cable to those channels. We started paying less for cable.
So, would you want to watch that stuff again, or is it something that you're not interested
I
in?
do watch those things.
How? YouTube?
Netflix.
Oh, Netflix. Well, even YouTube as well.
Netflix has Sonic X now.
I heard about that. No, I saw that.
I watched the first episode.
That show is pretty amazing at the time.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sonic, are you gonna go see the new movie this Friday?
Well, not this Friday, but at some point.
Because that's gonna be interesting.
It actually looks decent now. Sonic looks like Sonic.
And Robotnik looks like he lost a lot of pounds.
And who?
Robotnik, you know the
Eggman?
yeah, Eggman, Dr. Robotnik. That's his name, Eggman, Dr. Robotnik.
They only ever call him Eggman in Sonic X, so
Well, have you played the games?
no. The only game I played was the Wii game Colors, and it sucked ass. It was horrible.
I know what I'm getting. I know what you're getting pretty soon. Then.
What?
I know what you're getting pretty soon. Then you're freaking.
I'm confused.
No, I'm freaking gonna get you into the old Sonic stuff, man. Because you just need to play that crap. That is the best.
I don't have time for that. I've already got too many games I need to play. I need to play the Pit games.
The pig games.
Kid Icarus.
Oh, but like, I know you have you told me you had an original Game Boy now, right?
Yep. Well, I have a Game Boy Advance that allows me to play all of the Game Boy games.
But you still don't. But you still don't want the original black and white Game Boy. You don't want that.
At some point, I want it, but I don't have the money.
But no, I mean.
I'm broke.
Yeah, I know. but like I. What am I trying to say? Do you still have a DS?
Yes.
Because next time I see you, I'm gonna let you borrow one of my games, and I'm gonna expect it for you to bring it back to me after you're done with it. But you gotta play it.
It's fine. I don't have time to play like very DS games right now. Like it's hard enough just keeping up with Animal Crossing.
Speaking of Animal Crossing, I want to say this: Harvest Moon is the Animal Crossing game that takes more thought.
It's not Animal Crossing.
No.
Harvest Moon is literally its own series.
I know, but it's basically like the older generation's Animal Crossing because you get married.
But it's not Harvest Moon. You farm and you marry someone. In Animal Crossing, you just pay your mortgage and make friends.
Sounds like real life.
But much more fun.
Oh man, I used to play Animal Crossing back in the day before they did everything to it, like that whole thing where like everything was like coming from behind you. Before that was a thing.
What do you mean? It's always come from behind you like that.
No. There was a time in Animal Crossing
I
when
saw the original Animal Crossing. It still came the same way.
no, it didn't.
Yeah,
The
it did.
no, there was a time like do you know how today like everything just comes from the background and come like
You mean the world moving?
yeah like the world like where the world where like the like when you walk forward like a tree comes out of the background and like it looks like it's
That's
on
normal. That's what happens when you walk across the planet.
I just
In this case, the planet's a small town, but that's what happens. But it's not exactly like that either. You're just walking across town, and once you get within range to see the tree, you can see the tree.
I thought the most fun part of that whole game was that you could freaking make your house big like this biggest thing on the block. And you can have a basement, you can have a first floor, you can have a second floor, you can have like 5 rooms conjunctioned off your house. I thought that was like really fun.
You can only have 5 rooms, and they only recently added the basement, I believe. You get the second floor and the 3 floor rooms sticking off your main floor.
Well, no, the basement rooms have been around since like the Wii game, City Folk. If
I
you
don't think so. I haven't unlocked a basement in City Folk.
well, I mean, no, I'm trying to remember how many Harvest Moon, not Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing games there are. There's the one with the GameCube.
There's only 4, 5 if you count interior designer, and there's gonna be 6 that next in soon.
Wait, what's interior designer?
Happy Home Designer.
Oh, is that an Animal Crossing like spinoff?
Yeah, where you basically build houses.
Is it? Is it a full-fledged Animal Crossing game?
Well, yeah, except it's when you work at the HHA, the Happy Home Academy.
I never heard that game, but that if it sounds like fun. If it's basically you building houses, that sounds like that's fun.
Well, you design houses, you design the outside and the inside.
That actually sounds pretty fun. But no, I mean like I know there's the one on the GameCube, the one on the DS, the one for the Wii,
And then there's the 3DS.
yeah, and the 3DS. Was there one for the Game Boy?
No, it didn't come out yet.
Yeah, because
It was invented. They came up with Animal Crossing when the GameCube came out, and then they came out with the DS and they put it there, and then they got the 3DS and put it there, and then they put the Happy Home Designer there. They also got one for the Wii when it came out.
well, I mean, I guess technically you can't put an Animal Crossing game on anything that doesn't have its own digital clock because the game runs off real time.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that? Like, what do you think about the game running off real time like that?
It's fun.
But like, does that make you wonder why there's so many Animal Crossing games? Because the game
No.
never ends, and so why is there multiple versions of a game that never ends?
I don't know what you mean. It's just you get more friends, you get more options. It's fun.
But like,
You can make lots of friends.
but like the thing that gets me though is that like there could in all technicalities on literally every technicality there could have only been one Animal Crossing game, but through the years they could have just updated it with all these features.
No,
over
you
the
can't
years.
just update stuff on the 3DS on the GameCube. The GameCube does not have the quality needed for the 3DS or the Switch. They make it better.
That's true. But then again, like I said, I haven't played Animal Crossing in years, so I don't know how much it changed and all that stuff. And
A lot. It's changed a lot.
I know that there's an Animal Crossing stage in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
And
Smashville.
are you into Smash Brothers?
Yeah.
Have you played the new one?
Nope. Not much.
Wait, which one's your favorite one?
I've mostly just played the Wii one. I like the Wii U one, but well, I like the Wii and the Wii U one. I don't I'm not sure how I feel about the addition of being able to. Well, I guess it's fine being able to connect 3DSs and whatnot now, but I'd rather just be on the TV.
Wait, have you ever played the original one?
Yes,
Isn't it great?
I like being Mewtwo.
Me too. No, it's that. No, it's that. No, 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 no. Like when you have a pet cat and and you tell them that you only have one, but no, I say I got Mewtwo.
Oh,
No. Even better. Like, oh, since Valentine's Day is right around the corner, this can this can be like no. If you ever were to make a Valentine's Day card for anyone, you should just say you just say like I love Pokemon, but I rather have Mewtwo. Perfect Valentine's Day card right there for any Pokemon lover.
you know what I think is fun?
What?
So I write sometimes, and I go to this little writing club at my library. And you know what I love? Writing short stories where I lull you into the idea of something like, for example, Happy Christmas or whatever. Like, it's happy, it's nice, Christmassy, it's family, it's nice, and then killing everyone.
What?
I wrote a short story, and it's basically just like, oh, they're on a road trip. They're going to see family. It's going to be so nice. They have cookies. They have presents. And then they get in a car crash.
Oh, God, why? Like, what made you? What turns your mind into that direction?
I have about 10 trains of thought going at once.
So you basically thought up that one idea, and then you're just like, screw it, like.
No, I thought of so basically, at the December meeting, someone read a Christmas story. I'm just like, hey, I could write a Christmas short story too, and I'm just like, well, and then immediately I came up with the idea of because his had a happy ending where basically it was this old man thinking about stuff, and he climbed up a ladder to do something, and I was worried that he'd fall, and he didn't fall. It was happy. It was nice. It was a very nice ending. I'm just like, but what if I did a story where it wasn't a happy ending?
Oh, you're trying to be Serpent the Rebel.
No, I'm Serpent the could have been a serial killer.
Rian's a rebel, everyone. Rian's a rebel. Oh man. No. Here's a little thing knowing about me a little bit more. I like to write too, and I like to write a lot. It's not like I have bookshelves full of my own stuff, but I literally wrote my own fanfic. Like a few years ago, I wrote my own fan fiction, and I also like to write poetry every once in a while because I'm really good at it.
I used to be decent at poetry, even though I wasn't very good at it. But I thought I was pretty good at it. I used to do that a lot, but I don't really do that anymore. Lost interest. I still love poetry. I just don't have ideas for poems.
Do you have any poems that from your past that you can share that you like?
No, I'd have to go dig them up. I don't know where I put them. Actually, I do have an idea where one might be, but I don't want to get up. That reminds me. Apparently, at some point, my other cat left my lap, but I didn't really notice until now. I'm just so used to the cats getting on and off my lap that I don't even notice when they appear or leave.
There, I got a poem that I wrote just recently, but it's kind of personal, and I don't want to share it. But I wrote recently. I have poems from my past too, but they're they're like all the way in the basement and behind a bunch of stuff, and I don't want to, and I'm not gonna go over all that. But I'm legit really good at it. Like I'm top of the notch when it comes around to it. um, since I'm picking your brain here, do you like chopsticks?
Yes, I just can't use them.
Are you the person that cheats and puts like a clip in between them and be like that?
Well, I've got no choice. I can't use them. Otherwise,
I mean, like
I tried and tried again, but I just can't use them. They just slip away.
what are you gonna do when you actually go to Japan and you start?
I'll keep the clip. I doubt they'll be insulted if I put a clip on the chopsticks.
They'll be like.
Really doubt it.
Do you think that your business will be like the con life that people always wanted all the time kind of feeling?
I'm not really sure.
Is that what
it's really hard for me to guess when I'm not very all I have are ideas. I can't really make guesses until I've done stuff. It's too early to make guesses.
So like, I mean, I'm not trying to make you guess, but like, but is it your dream to make or do something that makes people feel like that they can have the con life all the time?
My dream is for someplace for people to have a place where they can enjoy anime all the time.
But like,
in the anime community.
Yeah, I mean, I know that about
not con life, anime community.
But like what you want people to have also the con life all the time.
Not the con life. If they think it's like the con life, that's great for them. But I want them to have a place where they can enjoy the anime community all the time, like go out and do anime stuff. But they can cosplay if they want. That's awesome. If they don't want to cosplay, they don't have to cosplay.
What would you like to happen if 2D City just explodes? It gets popular in Japan, and you bring it to the States. It gets popular here, and you just open up so much more.
I only really plan to open up 3 or 6 in total, because I only really need them in the main cities. Unless I can find cities as big as Chicago and like, you know, New York and stuff like that, other cities like those ones in Tokyo and stuff out here in the States, and I'm not going to open them there. I want them to be in the big cities so that I know I'll get lots of foot traffic in those cities.
What do you want to open? But like, if they do get popular and they do blow up,
I would not open one here. No.
No. I'm saying after 2D City gets popular, would you like open like up like a nerd business or open up something else fan related?
I'm not likely going to open up another business because my other business is literally my anime, like my cosplay, my manga, my webcomics, my writing. I literally have too many things that I'm doing already.
Is there anything? Is there anything that you would like to do for like yourself, like for your art, for your writing, and for all that?
Yes, I'm going to be doing that stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I know that when we were talking 2 episodes ago about your business, how like I was asking you about your art and your this and your that, and you said you wouldn't do that because it's about them, which is absolutely a great philosophy. But would there be anything that you would like to do after your business gets popular that
I'm going to be doing them during the business? I'm still going to be once I improve my art, I'm going to make webcomics, and I'm still going to be making webcomics while I'm making the business. I'm still going to be making cosplays. I'm still going to be cosplaying. I'm still going to be trying to sell stuff. Because I need money. And I'm going to definitely need money making that business.
but technically you would be making money during the business.
Now I have to actually get the business started first. It costs a lot of money to start the kind of business I'm trying to start. I have to talk to people. And those people I have to talk to are in Japan. I have to learn Japanese. I have to talk to them. I have to convince them. I have to make agreements. I have to get equipment. I have to hire people. I have to get a building. I've got to remodel. I'll probably have to remodel the building because I'll need to like get a kitchen. If it doesn't have a kitchen, I'll need to get this and that. There's so much stuff. It'll cost a lot of money. And I won't get any of that money back until the business starts. And I'll have to hire employees, and I can't hire the employees until I can't pay the employees until I'm making money. And it's so much work to do a business. It costs a lot of money. The kind of business I'm trying to do, that is.
Do you think it's going off to a great start? Do you think you're starting off well, like with saving up the money?
I'm not starting off anything though. I'm not anywhere yet. I just have an idea.
I know, but I was saying, like, do you think you're saving well for it?
No, I'm not, because I just spent a bunch of money because I couldn't help it. But once I get paid again, I'm gonna start saving really well again.
Is there anything that you would like to do for Homestuck, like for the fans?
At most, I want to make a few fan adventures, but that's really it.
Yeah, I thought
cosplay. I don't know, panels.
Because Homestuck needs more. I think Homestuck needs more love in 2020.
It has plenty of love. It's just the fandom that's hateful. The fandom's really toxic right now.
Well, I mean, it's resurging because of Homestuck 2.
It's been resurging for a while now with Hive Swap and Hive Swap Friends. It's just been going for a while now. But the fandom's just always the fandom lately has just been really toxic. And I mean, there's always toxic people in fandoms. There's always those people, but they're really coming out in force lately.
Well, I mean it's not just Homestuck. I mean, there's the bad people in the My Hero community. There's the bad people.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of toxic people in the My Hero Academia community lately as well. But right now, both of them are like fandoms. Both of the communities are really kind of toxic right now.
What do you think can make them better? Like, what do you think can end? I mean, there's always got to be the good and the bad of everything, but what do you think can get rid of the worst parts of the My Hero and the Homestuck fan base?
People being taught properly. I don't know what people are teaching their kids these days, because they're clearly teaching them wrong. Like improper behavior, learning from learning that there's consequences to your actions, all that shit.
And that's it. Like,
those are the main things, because they're very broad and apply to basically everything that's happening. Also, not being a little shit.
So basically, they think they're entitled.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you. A lot of the Homestuck fans have been biting the people making official Homestuck content lately. Like they're just like, ew, we don't like this. We don't like the way you did this. Like it has been okayed by Hussey, therefore it's fine. If you don't like it, well, then clearly you interpreted the character wrong.
Do you are you so proud to be a Homestuck that gets it?
I like being a Homestuck that gets it, yes. You see, the problem with everyone these days is that they take everything too seriously. Like, guys, don't take life this seriously, otherwise you're not going to get anywhere. Don't take things seriously. That's my TED Talk of the day. Don't take life seriously, because you're not going to get very far that way.
Yeah, because people don't know how to take a joke anymore. People take everything so freaking seriously.
Well, the problem is that it's not a good idea to do certain jokes online, because people honestly can't tell what you intend online. The problem is that people are being little shits and really fucking sensitive, or you're stealing my character that wasn't yours in the first place because it belongs to the creator of the comic or anime.
I know, it's ridiculous, Serpent. It's ridiculous. And I don't know what can be done to stop all of this, there's
You know what can be done to stop all of it? A death note.
it may be a different president too.
Well, he'd be the first one we'd off with the death note, obviously.
Well, I don't think everything can be solved by just
Everything can be solved with a death note. If you kill off all of the toxic people, all you'll have left are the really nice people. And the people who have learned their lesson because they'll stop being toxic as they see all of the other toxic people die.
Or there could be a turnaround and people people can get their butts handed to them mentally.
It's really hard to do that unless you know the people well. It's not that easy.
I know.
Really, the easiest method would be a death note. Because if you kill off all the really horrible people, all of the not so horrible people will learn their lesson. Mostly out of fear, but it'll work. It'll do the trick.
Well, I mean, I think just if that was real, all you gotta do is just show it to them, and they'd be like, "Don't do it. I've learned my lesson."
No, they would. No, Dad. No, dude. No, dude. It's not that easy, because for starters, you'd be outing yourself. Then the police would know where to find you. Also, if they don't know what a death note is, they'd be just like, yeah, the fuck you're showing me? You showing being a book in my face? Ha! I can just shoot you with the gun I'm holding here. That book's not going to do anything to me if they don't know. Like, that's all they'll say if they don't know what it is. They don't know what a death note is. Sure, it says death note, but it just looks like a fucking notebook to them. You don't show people that you have a nuke. You use it.
So but the thing is that isn't the whole point of that thing that you write down people's names in it
and then they die.
But like you wouldn't know these people's names because they're not gonna tell you.
The internet. First, you start off with all the people like the president and the really horrible people in jail who are clearly guilty of for what they've done. Kill off those people. And then, well, all you really need is a few good hacker skills, or know people who know them, or really just wait for them to slip up.
Man, you like. I feel like one day you were just thinking about this.
Yeah, I think about a lot of things.
What's something that you've been thinking about recently, then?
I've been thinking about how hungry I am recently.
What?
It's 3 hours after lunchtime, and I'm really hungry.
Oh, you haven't ate anything yet?
Well, no, I only just got home when we started this call, and it's been an hour.
I was probably going to grab like a granola bar or something.
Well, I was munching on some Cheez-Its when you called me.
And did that help?
Yeah, but I'm still hungry. Cheez-Its are not a meal.
Well, apple juice isn't either, and you're supposed to be Strider today.
I know what's not the meal? What?
An apple juice isn't a meal either, and you're supposed to be
Sadly,
Strider.
we're out of apple juice. I drank it all last week.
Wait, are you actually a fan of it?
Apple juice is the shit, dude.
Pepsi's where it's at.
Apple juice is where it's at, and you know where it's also at? Mixing sodas. Coca-Cola and Sprite forever.
Ew.
It's delicious.
Ew. Serpent.
It's not disgusting. It's good. You haven't even tried it.
Well, if you make it for me, I'll drink it with clean hands.
It's a good combination. A very interesting combination is lemonade and root beer. It's not a very good one, but it is drinkable.
No,
Personally, I prefer though a carbonated apple soda and I believe it was Mountain Dew. Carbonated apple drink and Mountain Dew is a good combination.
Well, if you make it for me, I'll drink it. If you make it for me, though.
But yeah, we have gone over the hour mark, so we should probably close this up.
Yeah, we're way over
I
the
have
hour
things I must do. Aha!
Well, to close this out,
Like lunch.
Yeah, I know. To close this out, are you going to be at C2E2?
No.
All right.
It's ridiculously expensive, and remember, it doesn't have panels. It bores me. It's boring convention.
Well, in that case, then I'm gonna be there, everyone. So everyone who's listening can come say hi to me, and if you say hi to me and say, "Hey, say hi to the servant for me," I'll say, "Will do." And
I look emo as fuck right now.
you do?
Yeah, because my hair keeps trying to cover my face, so right now it's just going over one of my eyes.
Can we get like a picture of that?
No.
What do you mean? No?
I don't do selfies unless I'm in cosplay. Because I do not look good in photos. I hate photos of myself. I hate photos of myself unless I'm in cosplay.
But
Which is funny considering how mildly narcissistic I am.
come on, once.
No. Alright, closing this out. He's gonna be at C2E2. I am not.
Yeah, I'll recap. I'll recap that with you next week when we do this for episode 7 of In the Serpent's Pit with Serpents Breakdown.
You know, people are gonna hear this. This is gonna go up by the time you're like gonna be at C2E2 though. Like people will be just like, oh, he's gonna be at C2E2. Well, C2E2's passed already, so whoops.
No, Pure are gonna hear us this Friday. It's gonna come out this Friday.
Yeah, don't you usually have to come out on Saturday?
No, they come out on Friday.
I thought you said Saturday.
No, I think I told you Saturday, and then I was like, maybe Friday would be better.
Huh.
So they come out every Friday. And then I send you the link. Every week and all that.
Which I don't listen to because I don't have time.
Time or the monies? No, I can't.
Well, I have them. I don't have money, but listening to it doesn't really apply to the money. I just don't have time. I'm busy.
So next week, I actually got an idea. Are you down? Hopefully you'll be down for this. But next week, I'll have Serpent be picking my brain for once.
I'm not good at picking brains. Like, it's like when you ask me, like, what comes to your head when you think of the color blue? My brain goes fucking blank. Like, I'm still just like, blue?
Yeah, but I'm sure there's things you want to ask me that you would like to ask me.
I don't know, man. I don't really think too much about people other than me unless it's like, like TIFF or cosplays cosplayers where I'm just like, oh my god, I love this cosplayer, blah blah blah.
Well, I guess.
Or David Bowie. I could ask David Bowie a lot of things.
Like why is the sun yellow? Why is the grass green? Why is the sky blue?
Actually, the sun only appears yellow because of the atmosphere surrounding the planet. It's actually more of an orange. It's just kind of a burning ball of flame, so it's kind of orange and yellow, and it might have a little bit red. It has some red in there too.
I know.
Also, it isn't exactly yellow. It just kind of blinds you.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah, look at you, just like, oh, my eyes.
like my eyes.
But yeah, we should end this because I just came up with a great idea for a really cringy version of a cosplay that I want to try now. Also eat lunch.
Okay, so thank you everyone for listening to episode 6 of In the Serpent Pit with Serpents Breakdown. Next week we're gonna figure out what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
But
we'll talk about life, existence, reality.
Follow Serpents Breakdown at Serpents Breakdown on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter at NostalgiaVamp. Follow me on Facebook at CyberTimeBite. And I hope all of you have a fantastic day. I will all see you.
Or a not fantastic day if you're in that kind of mood.
Well, I would hope you can have
I would hope for a fantastic day, but if you're not in a fantastic mood, then your day is probably not going to be fantastic. Wherein I say, eat chocolate! And if you don't like chocolate, eat something else you like.
What Serpent said. Have a good one.